Welcome to another episode of the Guerrilla Press. We are the Wrestling Dorks. I am John, joined as always to my left by the talker of talking, the man in orange. Sam, welcome to the show, sir.
Yeah, I heard tonight you don't like orange.
Apparently. No, that's not what I said. I said, no. Sam made a stupid blanket statement.
Smart comment.
Saying that he hates how all Pittsburgh professional sports teams have the same color scheme. I think it's cool. Let's just clear this up before we go any further. I am a diehard Pirates fan. I hate with a passion the Penguins, and I also hate the Steelers. So this has nothing to do with the teams. I say that it's cool that the city has its teams be same colors. You disagree. You think we should be pinks and purples and the whole rainbow, everything.
No, but individuals.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
No,
if
city,
all the four look the same, like...
It'd be kind of cool. Then you could dress like you could just wear your colors.
Oh, you just have one color then?
Yeah, I just wear a yellow shirt and black pants all the time.
Everywhere?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, stupid city, stupid teams.
The city is fine. 2 of the 3 teams are stupid, and one of them is currently winning 10-2 against the Rockies and about to jump into the National League playoff scene.
Oh, yeah, 2 games over 500 scene.
Well, this is not a sports podcast.
It should be, though.
It would be way more interesting than what the fuck's going on in wrestling these days. For those of you who don't know, we are the Wrestling Dorks, and we try to cover the WWE in like a fast-paced style here.
For all our new listeners out there.
Hey, I've gotten some download numbers. Our downloads are up since we went to the new feed. So not only are our old listeners, we thank you guys for joining or coming onto the new feed, but we've got new listeners as well. So we are up over the last 2 weeks compared to the 2 weeks prior. So appreciate that. If you are still listening to us on the Tapped Out Podcast Network feed, please hit the back button, go search the Guerrilla Press. You will find our own individual feed. And speaking of feed, what did you have tonight? Some pop chips?
Some flaming hot pop chips just burn the shit out of your mouth, but they keep popping them because they're good.
They're amazing. So if you hear Sam belching a lot tonight, he decided to wash down these gallbladder blowing up chips with a Coca-Cola.
Yeah, with the soda pops.
So he was letting
it. It's like the only place this and like fast food places that I have soda, because I usually at work and at home I'll drink like tea if I'm not drinking.
So I'm on the same level as like Wendy's. So it's like 4 for $4 with a Coke or a bag of pop chips with a Coke.
Yeah,
nice.
Pretty much.
Well, I'm on to my 3rd beer, so we should have some fun tonight. Although the 4th one is where the truths come out. So we'll leave it at 3 for now, because I don't want to tell you what I really think of you.
Oh, I already know.
Do you? Who told you?
I've
heard things. I knew that's what you were going to say. All right, so what do you want to talk about here? How do you want to do this? We've got our notes. Do you want to go through wrestling and then talk about interesting shit?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So let's start off with Monday Night Raw. There's a few things we need to talk about. I'm going to lead off with possibly the saddest part of Monday Night Raw, in my opinion. I don't want you to cry when I do this, but we have to say rest in peace to the Battle Scars theme song for the B Team. Now, as I play this, Sam, what do you think about that? Look, you're rocking out. You love this.
Yeah, I think they're gonna have to recycle this and give this.
They're gonna have to, right?
Because it was too good of a song, and I think that's what they realized. They were like, if we're making fun of these guys, which they clearly fucking are, the assholes, they can't have this good of a song. So they gave him this stupid chanting song.
I hate the song. Not only is it a new song, but it's a song that I hate now.
And I don't get, like, they should have prefaced, like, and let you know it was going to happen. Instead, they came out and they started singing it like they've been doing it for weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it should have had an interview in the back. We have a new song debut. We've been practicing, blah, blah, blah. That would have made a little more sense, but WWE's not making sense.
Well, not only that, but then it went to commercial, and the song was still playing when we got back, which means all the fans in the arena or whatever were probably completely brainwashed, saying, what is it, B Team, go, go, go?
Yeah, something like that.
Holy shit, that is really awful. So, yes, we bid adieu to the Battle Scars theme song. Hopefully not for good, but, I was really disappointed, and I knew you would be when you watched it.
They never brought back Alex Riley's entrance.
No, they did not, which is another classic, and if you need to hear it, if you haven't heard it before, you can listen to some old Wrestling Dorks episodes, because we were straight up stealing songs for the first year of our existence. So B Team, and now another thing that I have a problem with the B Team and the whole tag team thing. Apparently, we're having a triple threat match for the tag team title next Monday.
Yes.
Okay, so they're not going to put it on SummerSlam, which pisses.
They might still have a match at SummerSlam.
Okay, I guess that's true. Because SummerSlam we know is going to be 5 hours long.
Right. It should be 8. It really should be wrestling. It should be as long as a shift of work. You know.
Because it feels like work, especially for those of us doing a
podcast.
Like,
right now they're saying like, oh, baseball games are lasting too long. The average is over 3 hours. Football games are lasting longer and longer, and people are, saying these games are lasting too long. WWE says, no, we're not worried about that. We're going to go 2 hours longer than a sporting event that people are saying is too long.
We're going to plan it to be longer. Like, it's insane.
It is. It's absolutely insane in today's age to make these events this long.
Yeah, you're right, because the attention span is lower now.
There's other things to do.
There's more shit to do.
There's your phone in front of your face and nobody can pull away.
Exactly.
You're looking, other things. It's summer.
Yeah, that's true. It is SummerSlam. So back to the tag team thing. Let's pretend that it's not going to be on SummerSlam. It better at least main event next week. I mean, seriously, it's a tag team title, triple threat match.
I think it will.
You think it will?
No. I couldn't say that with a straight face. What it's going to main event next week is next week's go home show. It's Bork.
Bork and
Roman, and that's a perfect segue. We can be done talking about the tag team division they don't give a shit about into the masterful, the amazing Paul Heyman.
Bow down to the walrus.
The best actor. He might be the best actor they have. Easily.
Oh, there's no doubt.
I mean, he put on a performance. He came in looking all disheveled.
He looked terrible.
His eyes were bloodshot red, and he was breaking down in tears over. He said about my children are friends with Brock's children,
right?
And it was just like, it was good.
It was really good. I mean, and if the honest to God thing is, with the Brock and Heyman relationship in WWE terms is the longest thing they've had going in WWE. I don't want to say ever, but certainly a long time. So for them to be actually breaking up now, in your wisdom, do you feel like this is I don't want to say a work because everything's a work, but like, are they trying to trick us and Heyman's actually with Brock?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean? Like, come SummerSlam, is Heyman gonna come out and do something? Or
I honestly, I don't have any. I'm actually interested to see what happens. They've done a good job.
Yeah,
and I'm only interested because of Heyman. I'm not interested because of that dope Roman Reigns. For all you Roman Reigns fanboys out there that may be listening.
We're talking about Littman. We're talking about Littman. I'm tired of that guy. All he does.
You said 4 beers was the truth, not 3.
Listen. There's this guy on Twitter that he doesn't actually. He's one of these guys that doesn't actually believe the shit that he tweets. He just does things to push buttons on people. So he pretends.
And he gotcha.
Yeah, he pretends to be a huge Roman Reigns fan, just because it pisses people off. So it's, anyways, we're not watching it because of.
No, because it's the same Roman Reigns. They've not developed anything with his character at all. It's become interesting because Paul Heyman.
Right, exactly.
And to see what he's going to do with Brock. That's the storyline. It's not,
absolutely.
It's not Roman overcoming Brock that's made this interesting.
Nope.
It's what's going to happen with Brock and Heyman.
Exactly. You're absolutely right. It could be insert any opponent for Brock at this point, and I'm just as interested.
Yep. I mean, I still think Roman could get booed out of the arena.
He could. It's possible. I don't think it's going to be as bad as, say, WrestleMania.
Where's this at? Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I guess that's possible, yeah. Well, especially, I mean, that's Heyman's New York. The up northeast is Heyman Town. Heyman Town. I made that up. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm going to take that back. I don't like that. But yeah, the feud has become more about what Heyman's up to. And that's going to make next Monday night interesting. When Brock... I'm
sure they're going to put another twist into it and make you really start thinking what's going to happen. So, yeah, I'm actually looking forward now to that. See what happens at SummerSlam.
The only thing I didn't like is when Heyman then, at the end, he said, Roman stands no chance against this Brock Lesnar, which I'm almost thinking they're using all this thing to make it seem like Brock's more unhinged than normal. And now Roman overcoming him is even more of a big thing than Roman's overcoming.
I loved how he said, like, when he was talking about it, he's like, the first time, at WrestleMania... it was even, and then the second time, I lost, but the third time I kicked his ass.
Right.
This shit, it doesn't make any sense. You tackled him out of a cage. Congratulations. I mean, if that's what was.
And I keep having every week Corey Graves says that Roman's feet hit the floor first. They did not. Yeah. His foot was hung up on the apron, so it did not. Anyways.
I don't know. Yeah, it's whatever. I think this might segue on to your next. You probably have it written here somewhere. So we talked about that. and again, I've said this a million times, the reason that I want to watch Brock and people want to watch Brock is he's believable.
Right.
Ronda Rousey is believable.
Oh, that was where I was going. Ronda Rousey, I don't stay up for Raw. And I told JLucky last night, I was like, if Ronda's the 11 o'clock match, I'm staying up till 11 to watch it.
Yeah.
And I haven't stayed up. I haven't been able to make it to an 11 o'clock main event in a long time. And I stayed up and watched the whole damn thing. And the match,
main event, yeah, too.
The match didn't start till like 10:58.
Yeah, and you knew it wasn't going to be long.
Right. So I was watching the whole Alicia Fox build up and like everything. Like I was totally into it.
And they did like the whole like after the fight UFC type interview after the fight.
I know.
And I just she's not whatever great on the mic, but she's believable in the ring.
Yeah, she's
you know what I mean. Like she is intense.
Yep.
She can turn on that intensity because of the history she has with actual fighting, and it just makes it more fun to watch.
Hopefully this is. I mean, I don't want to.
She has an energy.
She has, and there's just you have to watch what she's going to do. Now she is really rough with those throws. I mean, obviously she threw Alicia Fox. I thought she was going to rip her arm clean out. There's no way to like fake that or do. You know what I mean?
The worst thing. I mean, her arm breaker. I think looks weak.
Yeah, arm breaker looks weak, but those throws.
Those like bend her arm and like. But
yeah,
whatever. I mean,
but don't you agree? Like when she's holding them and she does those whiplash type throws, those have got to do something to your shoulder or whatever. But either way, I think that they're just handling the Ronda Rousey thing perfectly. You remember when they announced it? I was not all about it because I said I don't want another part timer. I did not sound like that.
Yeah.
But I remember that you were like, "Well, I gotta tell you, she's gonna be pretty good." That's my you voice. Since you're gonna go ahead, yeah.
See, I think that's pretty good.
Oh, okay. But I will admit you were right. The way that they are handling her, even as a part-time attraction type deal.
Yeah, she's impressive.
Now, if she wins the women's title, though, I really hope they don't do part-time because we've already proven how much we hate a part-time UFC person coming in and.
She's been. I mean, I think she'll be there more than Brock.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. I can tell you, I was looking back through the episode, and I was looking back through our recent weeks of notes. One thing you and I have almost not touched on at all in the last 2 or 3 weeks, the Braun and KO feud. We have almost not talked about this at all.
Yeah, this week they had him topple over the stage they were on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm actually liking? I'm liking the KO and
Jinder
interaction.
Me too. I know.
Yeah,
it's almost like like they both hate each other, but they're like together for some reason.
They're bad guys. Whatever. I don't know. I've been liking that a little bit.
But why do you think that we have not talked about this in a show where we talk about wrestling? Is there something missing from this feud that you think that we?
I don't know. Maybe it just cooled off. Like this is to me is like a step down for not a step down for Braun. I mean, I like Kevin Owens, but just feels like when he was red hot, they didn't pull the trigger on him, and now he's I know he's money in the bank. I don't know. I think I'm starting to lean that he's going to lose the.
You think?
That he's going.
Well, we're going to make our picks next week.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to lean right now. I can have time to change it.
Yeah, totally. So you think it's a step down for Braun and not a step up for KO?
No, I just mean step in because you would think Braun would be in the title chase, but he's not allowed to be because Roman Reigns has to be.
Well, and also the guy with the briefcase is almost never actually in the chase.
Right, I didn't think the briefcase is what he should have been. He should have been going after Brock.
I agree. So Owens should win it. Personally, I don't think he will, but I
would have liked to see Owens get the briefcase and cash in on Roman right after he wins.
Oh my God, that'd be
so then Roman win back can come out and bitch and complain again.
Win back his Universal title.
And they could have a feud, Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns.
That'd be pretty good. And Owens is just so good. I mean, basically at everything. He delivers in the ring and he delivers on the mic. How many guys on the roster right now can do that? Did you hear the Dean Ambrose chants that we want Ambrose during the Seth Rollins match?
No.
Because it was down to Seth. Because Roman was going to be his partner.
Yeah, I was so glad that they didn't allow him to.
Me too.
I was like, do we need another, Reigns match? And then I saw that he keeps bullying Constable Corbin.
Yeah, no, he's a bully.
Yeah.
He's a big dumb bully.
Big bully. Yeah.
He's the big dog, and he's a big bully.
I saw it. It wasn't enough that he beat him earlier in the night. Why did he
punch him in the ribs? What's that all about?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. He's just a big dumb bully.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. But so we're starting to get the "We Want Ambrose" chants, which maybe that means he's actually coming back. I kind of wondered. I kind of thought that Monday would have been a good time for him to come back because Seth needed a partner. But I kind of want
they're saving him probably for a bigger moment.
I would think so too. All right. Well, that's enough of Raw. I mean, anything else that you can think of off the top of your head? I know you watched it on DVR today, so you're more fresh than I am.
Yeah, I mean, DVR's nice. So you can get through a Raw in like an hour and 25 minutes.
I was concerned that you weren't going to catch that the Battle Scars, like the music thing, because I didn't know if you watched it on fast. Do you know what I mean? If you didn't listen to it, if you would miss the song.
No, yeah, I mean, I don't skip a ton of stuff, so.
Oh, okay. Oh, the other thing from Raw, the Boss and Hug connection. You wanted to bring that up. Is that not the stupidest fucking thing?
Yeah, so now they have a shirt and everything, so they're going to drag this out so they can make some T-shirt sales?
Yep. We're talking about Sasha?
Wow, you've been watching too much of the Last Kicker, because that's what she says.
Man, Sasha Banks and Bayley are now officially a tag team called the Boss and Hug Connection, which to me is just, I think I said it last week, at Evolution they're going to introduce a women's tag team belt, and clearly who's going to win it? The one team that's actually a team.
Well, they just lost this week, though,
yeah.
to the Riot Squad with returning Ruby Riot.
Yeah, she didn't get to talk, though. Maybe next week she'll be back on the microphone. That voice, I'll tell you, it's like velvet, baby. You know, if it was socially acceptable.
You didn't sconce yourself in it?
We're making Seinfeld references because we're old men.
2018.
Yeah, nobody even gives a shit. When do you think Seinfeld's going to stop being on reruns?
I don't know. Never?
Like, is that... You got to figure fucking stupid MASH was on forever, right? For our parents.
But that
Seinfeld
stopped
be done?
Being like...
You know what I mean? Is it going to be 5 more years? 10
know.
more years? Like, I don't want it to ever go away. When I'm at the gym and I turn on TBS, I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
The
it's
Seinfeld.
nice that it's there.
It's such a
Simpsons and South Park are still, even though they're still running shows, so there's more episodes.
I guess, yeah. I just keep thinking that someday I'm just going to not be able to find Seinfeld reruns, on, and I'm concerned about that.
These postcards.
Do you want me to play the song again?
Should be just playing on the whole episode.
We should just play it as we should do a tribute show to somebody and just have that playing in the background the whole time. So Randy Orton opens up Smackdown, said he needs respect. I feel like, did you get to watch it?
Yes.
Was it not the exact same promo as last week?
I thought it was just a follow-up.
But he said the exact same lines. Like he said.
I thought it was good.
So you like it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
It's
on the
amazing.
fence.
He still gets a giant pop.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the start of the show.
Yeah.
But still, and he's coming out. I'm going to take out everybody you care about, and
So, but I don't understand though, because it's Shinsuke versus Hardy at SummerSlam, right? So then what's Orton doing? Because he says he's taking out Jeff Hardy. Is he going to try to get himself put into this title match, or
I don't know.
I don't understand. Like, so who's actually feuding with Jeff Hardy?
I mean, I don't know. Jeff Hardy is being broken. It looks like.
No, let's hope so. Yeah, I don't know. I'm on the fence with Randy Orton. I'm gonna wait and see what they do, because there's not really a lot you can do with his character. He's already established. We'll see.
He is the Viper.
He is the perfect 10. We had a hell of a match to close out the show. The Bar and the New Day. Amazing. New Day wins it though.
Yeah, I think that's probably because you can't have 2 power teams go against each other on the pay-per-view.
Yeah, but Big E, come on.
Yeah, but they're not a power team. You got,
Oh, and did you want to bring up what you told me about Kofi?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm sure everybody saw it. Kofi did a great white guy commentator voice in the back when he was interviewing his teammates. It was kind of like if you ever watch Chappelle's show and he does his white voice. Yeah. And they're pretty talented folks.
Pretty talented folks.
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad. All right. What else I got to talk about from SmackDown? I kind of was piecing it together while I was working at Valet, so I was watching it here and there. Was there anything that stood out to you? Oh, my AOL account settings are out of date, by the way.
I email you at AOL.
Yeah, you do. See, you use AOL.
Yeah, well, I email you. No, I don't use AOL. You send your AOL, so I don't send stuff to your work, because I figure they're monitoring all your stuff because of all the evil doings you're doing.
Well, I do a lot of evil doings. I'm a Dastardly Deeds. I snuck that in on Saturday night, by the way. Dastardly Deeds. Oh, yeah.
I need to watch this DVD when it comes out.
So let's go into that. We'll get back to SmackDown since Sam and I already brought it up. Saturday night at the Regional Championship Wrestling. You know it as RCW. Rumble Mania over at the Catholic Sokals. It was a pretty decent sized little gymnasium type thing they got going on there. Yeah, damn Catholics. An event that I got to do the play-by-play. Sam could not make it for reasons we'll talk about then, but
other things to do.
Nah, he had things to do. But I got to do the play-by-play announcing, and apparently I won't be hearing myself until the DVD release. So I even like asked them at the end of the night, I'm like, is there a chance that I can listen? I could always redub it, you know what I mean? Because I could watch it and just record it here. They're like, no, we'll just put it on the DVD. I'm like, fuck.
Now, like, you know, I always think that one of my favorite play-by-play guys ever was Gorilla Monsoon.
Of course.
Now, I'd say you're just like Gorilla. You're Harry Gorilla.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Thank you very much. Hey everybody, I'm Harry Gorilla Monsoon here. No, but it was difficult talking about my play-by-play thing. It was difficult because I couldn't get into a groove. There were, I think, 8 matches on the card. And right off the bat, the very first match was billed as a street fight, but it turned out that one of the guys got a concussion, so he couldn't actually do a match. So they did like a cheap, I don't know what the word is in wrestling lingo, but referee rings the bell, one like elbow shot to the guy's head, and then it's over, 1, 2, 3. So like, I don't even know if I said anything. Honestly, I don't even know if I announced that match because I didn't know what the fuck was going on. They didn't tell me that it was going to be 2 seconds. I think the only thing I said was, I think it's over, ladies and gentlemen, or something like that. Like, I don't think that I actually announced it.
Ladies and gentlemen, like you're over the PA system.
Like, it was crazy. So I was already out of sorts from that. That match I did by myself. I believe the second match then I did by myself as well, because they were supposed to have Scarecrow, one of the wrestlers, come out and sit with me, but he never came out. So I did the second match on my own. Then the third match, the owner, Ray, which you guys can catch an interview with him on our podcast, he came out and he did the color commentary with me then. But then the fourth match was canceled because the guy didn't show up. Hayne?
Oh, Hayne, yeah.
Yeah, Hayne did not show up. So they just didn't do the fourth match. So then it was already intermission. So I had one match of nothing, one match on my own, and one match with the color commentator. So I was totally not like in the groove at all.
Yeah, I don't think Hayne has his chick with him anymore. That's the only reason. I mean, I liked Hayne's gimmick. He had like a decent looking chick, if I remember last time when we did the show.
Yeah, I think they would like dress. Didn't she dress in like
leathery,
yeah,
or something or other,
yeah,
undead type stuff.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I forget who he was supposed to go against, but neither here nor there. There was
I'm not coming.
So the match that I did with Ray though was the Royal Bloodline against Andy Heder and
the Royal Bloodline with Dr. Basquet.
No, he was not there.
He didn't show up.
He didn't show up.
What the fuck?
But yeah, I don't know
if you're listening, Dr. Basquet, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck? I had all these notes on Dr. Basquet too. I watched his fucking videos leading up to the thing.
Yeah, he's a real asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean his character at least.
His character is.
He
So
might
I
be
was
an
ready to
asshole in
like.
real life, too. I don't
was
know.
ready to like call dastardly deeds in this match.
Yeah.
But anyways, I did that match. I think that. I don't know.
They went against Heder and Sammy
Diaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those guys. I mean, it was a good match. It was hard for me. You know what? I don't remember.
Solid.
It was hard. I was so concentrating on doing the announcing that it was almost like I wasn't watching it for the results. I was just concentrating on calling the match. Does that make any sense to you? I mean, it was hard.
I'm a journalist.
You get it? So do you do that when you watch the game?
I can't wait if I do ever if we get invited and I do show up to just break out my Jesse the Body or Tina. I'm a broadcast journalist.
Yeah, no, it would have been good to have somebody there that I had some connection with. You know what I mean? Because I did it with Scarecrow, and we got into our groove by like the main event. Because I think we did 4 matches together, and one match was really good. It was the triple threat match. B.J. Walker,
of recent WWE fame,
exactly. Rob Lloyd,
the rising star,
and Garrett Holiday. Yeah. So those 3 guys had a match, and 2 of those guys were recently in WWE, and it was just really good. And that was a fun match to call because I was actually calling moves, and Scarecrow would like come in and say like, him and I just kind of worked out a thing where he loves chaos. So like if things were breaking down, I'd be like, "You probably love this, don't you?" And he'd be like, "Oh, I do, ha ha ha," you know, like that. So we kind of did that a little bit, but it wasn't until like late in the card that we got all this working out. So, anyways. Definitely a fun thing to do, and I'm hoping that when that DVD release comes out, I can grab some audio clips or something like that and put them up. Yeah.
We'll send them into Botchamania.
My concern is it's going to be terrible because I couldn't hear myself. I wasn't wearing...
When we get some Botchamania pod.
I wasn't wearing any earphones or anything.
Okay.
Our headset, it was just me and a mic and a super loud gymnasium.
Yeah.
So I couldn't hear I was literally... You know how close you and I are sitting?
Right.
I was sitting closer to Scarecrow than this because we couldn't hear each other.
Gotta get close to each other.
And he was fucking wearing a mask, too, which didn't help. So I couldn't hear what he was saying. So what were you doing Saturday night that you couldn't be with me at the fucking thing, which you bailed on me at the last second.
No, I not bailed at a second. I told you this date when it came out that bocce comes first, unless I was either out of the tournament or got done early because of weather. Friday, the weather was bad. They played like so many of the games, so they didn't get them all in. I was scheduled to play Saturday morning, got pushed back about an hour and a half. All Friday, all Saturday, all Sunday, bocce tournament. I didn't get out of bocce until I saw you then later that night, that Saturday night. Bocce tournament takes precedence. Listen, more people are at this bocce tournament than our RCW wrestling.
I understand.
There's 52 teams in the tournament. That's 104 people.
There are more teams than there were people. I think they probably drew 75.
And
80.
it costs for this like $60 to get in a team. It's more than a ticket to.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Tell Ray if he's got a problem. Look what they took in at the door.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree. You should have done bocce. I was just bummed because it was hard to.
I would have.
It was hard to do on my own. You know what I mean?
But Ray apparently always has plans on that weekend.
That's right. We've got another event. We got another event coming up in October. Hopefully they'll invite us back. What's it called?
Where's
again?
that at?
Same place, I think.
Sokol's.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll see if we can do it again.
It's called something.
Yeah. What the fuck is it called?
It's gonna crown the new Ultimate Champion.
Yeah, Ultimate Champion.
Is it gonna be the Ultimate Male? Whatever happened with that?
There were two
line?
Ultimate Males introduced on Saturday night.
Okay. Who is the Ultimate Male? Who are they? Who are the Ultimate
There
Males?
were two different guys, and they both have guts. I don't know. I felt pretty good about myself because.
Well, it's a very small indie wrestling. Most people are gonna have guts.
I still can't believe that I once told you that was a woman. What's her name? Aubrey.
Alicia Starr.
Alicia Starr. Yeah. It just.
She is a woman now.
Yeah, I know, but I remember you were like, that's a guy. I'm like,
well, was a guy.
Was a guy. Yeah.
Or is a guy. I don't know. Yeah, we'd have to ask her.
Yeah.
To be fair, to her. Cause
I guess that's true. To be fair, yeah.
I don't know what she actually is, and I want to refer to her respectfully what she wants to be called.
Yeah, no, I can't believe that I couldn't.
She's like the main manager now. Isn't she?
Yeah, exactly. She came out with 3 different people.
And what were the names of the Ultimate Males?
I don't fucking remember. They were just guys.
You're so bad with names.
I'm really bad with names. If the name's not right in front of me.
What? Hey, was the guy there that was there the last show we were at? The guy with the really the manager I liked, the really good dick heel manager.
No.
That guy was good.
That guy was good, but no, they didn't have him there. I don't know what to tell you.
They were. Well, I guess they kind of rebooted, but he was trying to form a group of heel stable.
Yeah, no, this felt like a reboot except for the main event because the Ooh La La versus Jack Molson, it kind of played up you've done to me in the past.
And Ooh La La came out with Alicia Starr though, didn't he?
Ooh La La came out with Alicia Starr and she helped him win.
Okay, so is he the Ultimate Male then? That's
no.
Why not?
There were 2 other guys that she introduced twice throughout the night.
I'm saying it's Ooh La La is the Ultimate Male for God's sake.
She came out early and she brought out a guy who lost.
Okay.
No, I lie. He won. He beat Liam.
He won.
He beat Liam McFerrin.
Oh, Liam McFerrin lost because he was at the last show, right?
By dastardly deeds. Alicia Starr helped him win with his feet on the ropes or whatever. And then she brought out some other dude, and I fucking don't remember his name. Kind of looks like Kevin Owens, honestly. Okay. And she just brought him out, and then you know what? I don't feel like talking about this. There were 2 Ultimate Males, and then she came out with
These and our listeners have no idea this Ultimate Male storyline.
Sorry, guys.
Concocted
I didn't mean to drag you down a road. Just go onto our Facebook page.
It's a local wrestling fed. We have some affiliation with and like to have fun with. And
we like to have fun with it.
At the last show. I mean, at the next show. Well, the last time I went, right after, they're like, "That's it. We're never doing this again." Yeah. So
we happen to have an affiliation with these guys, and it's a lot of fun to do it. If nothing else, it's a lot of fun, and I got to promote the Guerrilla Press. You see the brochures I made, right?
Yeah, the brochures are nice.
Yeah, I like that. I was like 100% alive. I was creating something, and I was sitting here Saturday. I'm like, ooh, I'm creating. It was great stuff.
I might want to, next time we do it, I don't know, maybe we can practice it. I was playing out some things in my head if we announce together, and I'm like, I just don't know if the color position is right for me. I might be more of a lead play-by-play.
That's fine.
I might be Brent Musburger. I don't know.
You can do whatever you want. I will go with, on this show, I'm more the play-by-play and you're the color, but we don't have to do that when we're calling live action. We can always mix it up. We could do one match versus the other.
Right, and we can just yell over each other.
I swear to God, though, it is way harder to call moves than you think it is. It's live right there.
I'm just going to stand there and go, arm drag. Drop kick.
Like I said, when I called that Cloverleaf,
Yeah.
they were like, "Whoa!" He actually called a move.
Who actually was breaking out of Cloverleaf? Some guy.
I think it was Liam McFerrin. I think,
Okay.
'cause,
So then, yeah.
Irish type thing. Yeah,
Makes sense. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So then Saturday night happened. I did wrestling. Then I picked up Drunken
That's
Sam
right,
and his
baby.
drunken friend, and we went and painted the town some kind of color. What did we do Saturday night?
It wasn't white, that's
it
for
was
sure.
Definitely not
or
white.
red. It
was nothing.
It was gray.
It was various shades of gray.
We went to meet NWO Hollywood.
Yes.
The faction around here that's known as NWO Hollywood. And they were at a bar that usually has people at it and didn't have any.
Dude, this place, for those of you who are local listening to us, the Railroad House over in Sinking Spring, it was dead as
Our
a doornail.
newest sponsor!
Yeah. Brought to you by Jimmy G, this entire episode. But anyways, the place was fucking dead. I mean, seriously.
Beyond
there were
dead.
what? Our group was 12,
Yeah.
and there were probably 18 people there.
Yeah, there's not a lot of humans.
It was unbelievable. So we got the fuck out of there. We got into my shitty rental car.
That's right. And we went to the place that some guy said there was nobody there at.
But we got there, and it was an outdoor bar, and it was packed. And we did a couple laps because
bitches everywhere. We just slayed them.
I'll tell you what, this is where I was trying to head towards. Sam's head was on a swivel.
Slayed them.
He was
Left
don't lie. Don't lie.
Why not? They don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sam had coitus with all of these ladies.
Oh, yeah. Sheldon now. And that's a good segue, you saying coitus, because we had a great conversation on emojis and words to use.
Sam was just a little bit surprised about my, I don't know, how do you want to say it?
What was the term I said the one time? Was it about... what the hell did I say? Oh, I can't wait to see your reproductive organs later.
He was making fun of JLucky and I's dirty talk.
Mainly just yours. But.
Well, yeah, of course. But she was there. She got to hear it all. And he just was... I told him that I use emojis. I don't know what to tell you. What do you want from me?
He's not a fan of the T word and the P word and the V word and the...
V word's all right.
What?
Talking about vaginas?
Oh, God. Makes them sound so terrible.
But yeah, but if you use the honeypot emoji...
that's one it's, yeah.
Yeah, see, that's like instant. You send that... I'm telling you, next time you try it, just send a honeypot to a random girl, and she's going to be like, yes, I have one. You know... I don't even know where to go with this because we had a long conversation about it Saturday night. That was like the whole night. Mm-hmm. You making fun of me, basically.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But I was also a little bit surprised at your choice of women on Saturday night. The ones that you were really staring at.
I mean,
they were all like, first of all, they all looked like they were 13 years old. You fucking monster. Find women your age.
They can't be 13.
I understand. I said they
21.
looked like... Yeah, well, 21's too young.
No, they're not. No, it's not.
You're an old man now.
I'm not an old man.
I hear you grunt when you stand up. You can't eat pop chips without having gallbladder taken out.
That wasn't me. I still have a gallbladder. Listen. Hey, I gotta look for good childbearing years.
Oh my! 21 is not a childbearing year. That's the party year.
Do you not know anything about women?
This isn't
the best childbearing years technically for women.
What are you doing with your hands there?
I'm explaining to you since you don't know anything about anything that like 18 to 25 is actually the best time for a woman to procreate.
Now who's making it sound terrible? Procreate.
Well, I'm not
Would you like to procreate with me?
I'm talking about forming a life.
Oh my God! These are all your new pickup lines. I would like to form life with you. I'd like to procreate. I see you have childbearing years left in you. This is not...
It might work.
Actually, it does sound... That's pretty good.
Yeah.
JLucky, you ready now? Mm-hmm. You hear all that? But these ladies all looked super young, and we were just like hating on... Like, I feel like they all have like that...
I wasn't hating on anybody.
Oh,
you
really?
like to hate, yeah.
Oh, was I hating?
Probably. You already saying.
I mean, I know I was hating. You weren't hating?
Yeah. No.
I feel like they all have that look on their face like, I don't want to be here. Like, is that like a young woman thing?
No idea.
You weren't looking at their faces. You
I
fucking monster.
I was looking at
That's
their
what
faces.
it was. All right, good work. All right, well, we have a big thing this weekend. It is the celebration of birth of two legends of the squared circle. One of them is a multi-time world heavyweight champion in numerous promotions. He is a legend who has headlined WrestleMania after WrestleMania after WrestleMania. And the other has ring-announced at least one major local wrestling event and done play-by-play commentary at a total of one event. Yes, I share a birthday with the great immortal Hulk Hogan, and it is happening Saturday, August 11th. Sam, how are you planning to celebrate?
I will be out of town.
You fuck.
while you're working.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and because you mentioned that, I'll bring up how the Hulkster was visiting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today and made it all over ESPN. He was taking pictures with a bunch of the different guys. One of my most of them are former Eagles, actually. I saw pictures with Deshaun Jackson, who is one of my favorite Eagles. A couple pictures with a couple of the former defensive linemen for the Eagles, Vinnie Curry, Bo Allen. And everybody was just loving the Hulkster. So he's like a universally. And the thing is, even after the whole incident with the terrible things he said, these guys grew up watching him, and obviously some of these guys are black dudes, and they were right there. They were thrilled to meet him, hugging him, taking pictures with him, and they could have not done that. They could have just, they could have spoke up and said to a reporter, like, I want to get my feelings out on what this dude said.
No,
but they probably just, forgave him. Said, forget, this is a guy that, as a kid I looked up to. He did a bunch of stupid shit, said a bunch of dumb shit.
Yeah.
And hopefully, he's sorry for it. But it was cool. The one guy was like, you're the reason that I, said my prayers. I took my vitamins and...
Yeah. The character of Hulk Hogan, people remember forever. The man of Hulk Hogan is kind of like... I wanted to ask you, like, how do you think Hogan will be remembered, like, when he does pass on? Do you think he's going to be remembered as this racist asshole who fucks other guys' wives, or do you think he's going to be remembered as a legendary wrestler?
The racist asshole part, that's fine. But can we go... No, that's not fine, but I'm saying the second part, you're saying fucks other guys' wives. That, to me, he wasn't cheating on... Like, he wasn't having somebody... They fucking she wanted him... to fuck her, and he wanted his wife to be fucked by Hulk Hogan. I love it. So back to this. Anyway, I think it'll be his story when it's written. It'll probably lead off with Hulk Hogan, the greatest or most well-known wrestler of all time, responsible for making WWF basically what it was, then, now, forever.
Nice.
And then in the second or third paragraph down, it'll say also known, for a sex video that came out that he won a lawsuit for and used, reprehensible language, and it'll be in his story. But I think time will erode everything a little bit, and he'll go down, as mainly positive.
So what about me though? Because we share the same birthday. Mine's gonna be all positive.
Your story in the paper will be like man.
Like, you can't even get it out. Man dies. That's going to be it.
Oh, fat man dies alone.
Yeah. Man 41 dies. That's it.
I was saying 41. I was thinking like man 61.
61? You're going to give me 20-something more years.
I was going to say at that point you blew up like 435. I want to see that old JB, like when you're like monster, but twice as like, and just a gigantic like ball. Like...
Jesus.
Why do you
want me to be so fat?
The vision I get is like the Bart Simpson, I wash myself with a rag on a stick.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, you just fall apart. Something happens at some point, you just give up.
Well, that is bound to happen. JLucky is going to find somebody way better, and then what do I have?
She might be dead at that point.
Oh, that's true. She's got a heart condition.
Yeah, we're out at the bar, and your phone's going off about, got to...
Yeah, we're out at the bar, and it's like...
This is why you're hating young people. You're having your phone go off for heart pills.
It's 11:30 at night, and all these youngsters are out like, I'm young, and look at me. Man. Meanwhile, I got an alarm going off going, bling, tell your girlfriend to take her heart pill. Like, oops.
That's why we're like sitting there, and like tonight, and yes, I'm so tired.
You look dead today, buddy.
I mean, I partially this weekend too, because I was out in the sun for, as you can see, a lot of hours.
Yeah. Got
super red in the face and neck area, and that.
Yeah, but not your arms because you got a protective layer like I do. My arms never get tanned. What is that? That bruise. Is that a bocce ball?
No. From physical, getting blood drawn. I guess like
ew.
whatever. Yeah.
What do they do? Just like slash you open?
No, I don't know. I think she didn't hit the vein quite right, so it like whatever. But
God, you're gross.
No, it's a bruise. Anyway, no, I'm still tanning though. You can see the difference, you know.
Yeah, up here where there's no hair, you get tan. That's what
happens
with me.
I mean, this isn't tan. This is white as shit.
Like this doesn't tan for me because I just have like just terrible protective coating.
It doesn't work. This protective coating doesn't work. I got sunburn bad on my chest. Yeah.
See, I almost never get sunburn on my chest.
Yeah, and then
although I don't take a shirt off.
Yeah, I went to the dermatologist. And she was.
Oh, that's right.
I told her that. Oh, I figured the chest hair would block it, and she just like looked at me and was like,
"She's like, sir, was that your attempt at humor?"
Yeah, you fat swine.
And you're like, "I would prefer to make coitus with you now. You have childbearing years left in you."
Yeah, she does. I mean, you can have children obviously after 20. I'm just saying, the peak years for the.
You should look a little bit past the peak years.
I should go past the peak years.
Like 29.
I have.
What's wrong with 29?
I'm on Bumble right now.
I'm just saying,
I have my age range set at 25 to 37.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
I did
that
not
doesn't
know.
mean I can't look at 21.
Well, I don't know. We're out. I seriously felt like
I don't look at anything younger than 49.
Come on now. Holy moly! This episode's taken on water, but it's been a good episode.
Yeah,
so we hardly talked about wrestling.
Sucks. I mean,
Did I tell you? Oh, I didn't get to tell you this. So the third wrestling dork, Dan, he admitted to me yesterday that he hasn't watched Raw in a month.
Does that not? And
he's
Dan
a die-hard, like hardcore,
positive a human being about wrestling as I've met.
Yep.
As I told you, none of my friends that have watched it their entire lives are watching it right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're fed up with it. He
said now SmackDown and NXT are awesome. He said,
he's
but
just giving up on Raw.
You can't watch all that and Raw because it's so much worse than the other two brands.
Yeah.
And I agree with that.
I have a cover that they'll still follow it a little bit online, but they're just not really watching. They're waiting for something though to bring them back.
Yeah, I mean, Ronda Rousey is almost bringing people back, I would think. I mean, it's interesting television, if nothing else. But I was stunned at that because...
I think someone might watch SummerSlam because that's like, one of the big ones.
Yeah. What are you doing for SummerSlam? Do you know yet?
I'm not sure.
Because we don't have the kids that weekend, so we could probably do something.
Yeah. We should go. We should go to SummerSlam.
You should go to Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Just like WrestleMania last year.
It's easier than going to WrestleMania.
Yeah. No, I don't think we'll be doing that, but maybe we'll do something.
Brooklyn in the house.
Also, we need to start thinking of a punishment. This is a big...
Oh, yeah.
This is a big...
A punishment, a full bag of pop chips, no liquid.
No. No. I don't want to actually die from this punishment, but people are clamoring for another punishment.
Then we could work on that story in the paper about your dad.
Man, 41 dies. That's no words underneath. Yeah. That's funny to me. That's funny. But if you guys have an idea, and this was going to bring me to the last thing I wanted to bring up, we're going to start a new segment starting next week. It's going to be called Ask the Dorks.
Okay.
Where we're going to open up the mailbag, and the fans are going to ask us a question. It can be about wrestling. It can be about bocce. It can be about body hair. We don't care. Ask us a question, and we're going to start answering your questions live for you guys to hear us here on the air. Send your questions, either tweet us at Wrestling Dorks, go on the Facebook page, search the Wrestling Dorks. tappedouttgp@gmail.com is where you can directly send us an email. Other than that, you find us whatever on all your different formats talking about the mailbag thing. We're going to try that out next week and see how that goes. So if you have any punishment ideas, send them to us, and maybe we will eat a whole bag of pop chips. I don't know. That would be awful to sit here and have to eat a whole bag during an episode.
The mouth would just be... you couldn't do it during an episode.
Well,
you won't be able to talk.
But people liked the chair shots. They said they were a little weak, but the punishments bring the eyes to the product. So we got to do something for the punishment. So
time to blade.
Time to bust them wide open.
I mean, we're getting older. We got forehead creases now.
Yeah, we can hide it.
Yeah. So you just train on. You have to put it in the forehead crease, and you're fine.
I'm not bleeding for this podcast. I'm sorry.
You fucking cared about this.
I made brochures. Goddammit.
It's true.
If you can blade, then I'll make brochures.
All right.
That'd be kind of cool.
Just put it in your hairline then.
Like you got like this.
I'm not bleeding with a bottle cap.
Why not?
Why would you? You take a little razor.
That kind of hurts, actually.
You're a fucking pussy.
Oh, all right. Well, that'll do it for us. Don't forget to check us out on all the other formats.
That would have been a segue. I said I called you a pussy, and I know you don't like the P word.
I don't like that word. I'm sorry. And I found
out you don't like the T word either.
Yeah, I don't like tits.
Yeah, you don't like tits.
I don't like that. I don't like that word. I don't even like saying it.
You don't like them.
I don't think JLucky says it. I don't. I don't say it. No. I like the things.
No, I don't think
you watch your mouth. Apparently, you like tiny ones. That's what we learned on Saturday night.
I like them all. I'm not like
You were like all about those tiny ones on Saturday night.
It's just whatever. Everybody's got different things that they can. take a positive spin on.
I
When
agree
I met
with
JB,
that.
he was all about Q's and S's and T's.
But it was just funny on Saturday night. Your head was like watching this girl
Sometimes
with like
the small ones look good on certain people. Sometimes big
yeah.
ones look
Well,
good on some
anyways,
people.
that's
I like fakes. You don't like fakes.
Yeah, fakes.
Good fakes. Yeah, good fake is good.
Get
Yeah.
your fakes out of here.
Yeah.
Don't forget to email us at it is tapped out TGP. So there's 2 T's in there. It says tapped out TGP.
Well, there's 2 T's, but they're
Right,
not
I know, but it
together.
looks weird when you type it out at gmail.com. I'll be
The
monitoring.
TGP stands for the Guerrilla Press.
Of course. It should be dastardlyds at gmail.com, but it's not.
That's probably
And
taken.
go to @WrestlingDorks. You can just send it to me directly. If we follow each other, you can just DM us some stuff.
Oh, we want somebody to slide in the
Slide
DM.
in those DMs. And next week we'll introduce the Ask the Dorks segment where we'll answer your questions. Anything else you want to add this week, sir?
Well, that's about it.
All right. Well, again, heartfelt thank you to everybody who has already moved over to the new platform. If you have not, please do that. Or the new feed. I shouldn't say new
Patreon.
platform. And check out the Patreon page where we have exclusive shit. We moved over all the RCW interviews that we've ever done. The Ray and Bill, the owners of RCW, and the Ooh La La interview are now over there for you guys. For those of you who were at the show Saturday night, I saw a couple people grabbing the brochure. If you want to catch an interview with Bill and Ray, that's on Patreon. You just have to go on there and support us for $1 a
You
month.
guys put the pay in Patreon.
Wow. That is a catchphrase. That is a catchphrase. And here I thought I had dastardly deeds and talker of talking. You guys put the pay in Patreon. Thank you very much for listening to the Guerrilla Press this week. And these battle scars, we'll see you next week.
Later.